Russia takes all necessary measures to ensure the safety and security of the ZNPP. To strengthen the nuclear safety and security of the plant in accordance with its national legislation and its obligations arising from relevant international legal instruments to which it is a party. Since the special military operation began, Ukraine has been continuously threatening the ZNPP, and since July 2022, it has regularly attacked Energodar. Attacks against the plant have become Kiev's signature.
When tasked with ensuring safety and security of the Zaporozhye Nuclear Power Plant, my comrades and I approached it calmly and confidently. We clearly understood who our enemy was and what we were to expect. Sadly, the enemy met our expectations. Apparently realizing that we came here to stay, they began shelling the plant. They used missiles, cluster munitions, and long-range artillery. They seem to target secondary facilities rather than the reactor units themselves. But what can really be considered secondary at a nuclear power plant? The Banderites apparently haven't given up and still try to capture the plant. Several commandos have been sent here, but frankly, there's little left of them. The same will happen to anyone else who tries to come here. We are doing our job, repelling attacks, and holding our ground. We do our best to perform our duties well.
Suffice it to recall Ukraine's artillery shelling of the ZNPP and attempts to burn its critical infrastructure, continuous UAV attacks, and even attempts to seize the plant by force. Russia still records more than 100 UAV attacks against the ZNPP and the city of Energodar every week. All these criminal actions are successfully counteracted by the Russian Guard of the ZNPP. At the same time, Russia has never deployed troops and heavy artillery equipment on the ZNPP premises. Only the necessary personnel to defend the plant and to respond to Ukraine's attacks. However, Ukraine did more than create external threats to the ZNPP. Before the ZNPP came under Russian jurisdiction, Ukrainian authorities had carried out a number of questionable experiments involving the use in the plant's reactors of nuclear fuel that was neither compatible with its engineering design nor initially approved by the Russian organization that had built the ZNPP. Neither was the foreign nuclear fuel approved for industrial use by Ukrainian regulatory authorities before it was loaded into the reactors. At present, the cores of ZNPP units number 2 and number 6 are loaded with fuel rod arrays, FRAs, manufactured by the Rosatom State Corporation, and the cores of ZNPP units number 1, number 3, number 4, and number 5 with FRAs produced by the Westinghouse Company. Despite these technical irregularities, the ZNPP continues to operate normally due to the efforts of Russian specialists. All scheduled maintenance and repair activities have been completed, and plant equipment damaged as a result of shelling by Ukrainian armed forces has been restored. Currently, all ZNPP power units have been switched to cold shutdown mode. One of the key tasks in any NPP is to ensure adequate cooling, as nuclear fuel is heated to high temperatures and remains hot for a long time. After Ukraine destroyed the dam at the Kakhovka hydroelectric power plant and the design layout feeding the ZNPP's cooling pond was breached, measures were taken to ensure an uninterrupted water supply to essential service systems for the ZNPP power units. As a compensating measure, 11 artesian wells with total capacities from 260 to 270 cubic meters per hour were drilled. It was decided to construct a feed pumping station for the ZNPP cooling pond, construction of which is underway. To date, all regular radiation monitoring systems at the plant are operational. Radiation and technology monitoring of the main equipment and systems of power units, radiation and dosimetry monitoring of personnel exposure doses, radiation monitoring of the environment are provided. Federal state supervision in the field of the use of atomic energy at the ZNPP is carried out in a regime of constant supervision by the Rostekhnadzor Territorial Division. Such a supervision regime is implemented in accordance with that territorial division's work plan. Under those plans, ZNPP facilities are subject to regular control and supervisory procedures. More than 500 such activities have been performed to date. Thus, Russia is doing everything that should be done to ensure stable operation of the ZNPP and to address threats to its safety and security emanating from Ukraine. The very return of the plant to Russian jurisdiction is a significant contribution to ensuring the nuclear safety and security of Europe's largest NPP.